While they've made headlines recently for matters dealing with the federal report and conflict of interest violations, GHURA also has more positive work ahead of them, 5 years to be exact. GHURA Director Michael Duenas.
This year, we're preparing a new 5-year plan that will cover our priorities from October 1st, 2015 on for the next 5 years.
GHURA recently completed its draft Guam Consolidated Plan along with an annual action plan, two reports mandated by HUD outlining how GHURA plans to use federal funds and grants. One of those plans include upgrades to the island's northern gyms in order to be used for shelters during storms.
So what we're looking at, this is something the governor has requested GHURA to consider, is to work with all the parties involved to try and find alternate facilities that can be used for shelters instead of just relying on the schools.
The Community Development Block Grant would fund over $600,000 for the rehabilitation of the Jigo Gym and $700,000 for the Estumbo Gym. The facility upgrades would withstand winds up to 175 miles per hour and house up to 500 people.
What we're looking at basically is strengthening the existing structures so they can withstand winds of that speed.
The upgrades would also include a water holding tank, power generators, and restroom and shower facilities. The proposal was presented during this week's GHURA board meeting where commissioners addressed concerns about having a concrete facility instead. Duenas says that would cost around up to $5 million, and GHURA is trying to be prudent with how it uses the limited CDBG money it gets annually.
It's a very strong bias in the community for concrete structures, and we believe that there are been vast improvements in the materials that are available, alternate materials that are available, and the design and engineering to ensure that those facilities indeed can withstand storms.
But it's not just emergency shelters GHURA is working on, but also plans to construct a new central police precinct.
That is one of the wonderful things with the Community Development Block Grant Program. We can use it to fund a lot of things that meet the needs of low and moderate income families.
Duenas says GHURA had previously built the Northern Precinct in Dedido and the Southern Police Precinct in Agate using similar grant funding. The CDBG grant allocates $1 million for the acquisition and construction of the Central Precinct. But why relocate the current Hagåtña Precinct?
When we have storms, they really cannot be there, so it's difficult for them to respond also. But the Central Precinct is the most recent occurrence incidents that have occurred there is just too small now for their current operations, and there are does not necessarily meet the standards for what the police department needs.
GHURA is first looking within the government's land inventory or possibly pursuing a land exchange with privately owned properties. The proposed sites are along the Route 4 and Route 8 corridors. In the meantime, island residents will have between now and August 7th to review and submit comments on the plan.
Our crystal ball sometimes gets a little cloudy, so we welcome input from the community.
Visit GHURA.org to view the entire plan. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.